Okay, so today what I'm going to do is to basically work through Google Classroom stuff. I've already talked about how to establish Google Classroom. Now we're just going to focus on the assignments and how to add assignments and all the sort of thing that you can do to get your kids involved. And so this is your class stream. This is going to be really the hub of everything. This is where you're going to put announcements, where you're going to put assignments, or where you're going to put pretty much everything you could imagine. Okay, and it all starts over here with the little plus sign, and so you got four options here. You're going to create an announcement, create an assignment, create a question, or you could reuse a post. That's really your call. If you have a post that you used in the past and the assignment you want to bring back up, you can reuse it. I'm just going to work on the first three. So let's just start with an announcement, and that is exactly what it is. You want to share something with your class, so this would be okay. AP World Classes, don't forget test on Tuesday. Oh, today's Tuesday. Test on Thursday. Okay, now say I'm posting an assignment or I'm posting a message or an announcement and it goes to more than one classroom. No problem. I go here, I could click multiple classes, and the announcement would go out to all of them. Okay, I could put a topic, test review, whatever. And what I could also do, just like I showed you in the About section, you can add documents here. I'm going to get more to that. So say you had a test review that you wanted to add, you just throw on there, and then real simply, boom, we post it. And there's your announcement. It looks right there. The kids would see it. Kids also will get emails to their school email accounts when you post something, and students that use the mobile app, which I'll talk about at the end, which I really suggest that they do, could get it on their phones as well. But in all honesty, you're mainly going to use this for student engagement. So let's also go to question. So this could be something where students just can reply to each other. Say you want them to get a little involvement, and you want students to talk about a topic, and you want them to work together on something. So here could be, so in the last one I posted some stuff in the About section. So like, after reviewing the DBQ presentation, what further questions do you have on the format? Okay, so I'm asking them this question. Okay, and I can see my instructions, very important to fill out. Please write 1 to 2 questions about the topic and respond to 1 question posed by a classmate. All right, and now I want to make this due here. So we go to due date. Now what's really cool about due date, you can do a couple different things. So first you can put a due date, so here October 27th, which even cooler, you can do a time. So you could allow students certain, you could have days where, okay, this is going to be due tomorrow, but it's due by midnight, or you could actually make it due by the beginning of your class period. You can put any possible time imaginable in there. Or if you just want to have it due in class and you always just tell your kids, hey, homework's always due in class, you could be good to go either way. So you have lots of options for due dates there, which is nice. And then here, I can make it a short answer question or a multiple choice if I wanted to pose a multiple choice. I haven't done that in this case. I like the short answer questions. And this allows students to reply to each other. Now, a lot of people sometimes get nervous about this, like, oh, well, what if they get nasty to each other or inappropriate? And this is something that you have to gauge your class, and you have to foster that atmosphere of respect and having them understand that, you can't do inappropriate things, and you have a school. I'm sure everybody has an acceptable use policy, and as a result, that would have, it would solve any problems. And if there are issues, you can deal with the students right away. And here they can respond to how each student writes, and I ask the question. So then it's on there. What the kids would see on their screen, which I'll talk about in a different presentation, they would go to this, they would click into it, okay, and then it would have the question, and then they would get to answer as you would hope they would. Okay, but now we have our regular assignment. So we go over here, we're to create an assignment. Now, for me, the most important thing that you can do for an assignment is to number it. Okay, number 001, and this is important because, again, as I said, everything's in your own Google Drive as well, so it's really easy to keep it organized, and since kids will be looking at your online grading platform as well as your Google Classroom, you can just label everything real simple, assignment 1, assignment 2. So I always label it, and I'm going to do this one, a little assignment I'm doing, so Introduction to Philosophy. Okay, so that's going to be the title that will appear. Now I have instructions, and I try to be very, very specific here. So 1, please watch the attached video on philosophy. And then 2, please complete the attached questions after viewing the video. Okay, so very specific directions here. Again, I go to my due date. We'll make this one due Friday. All right. You can put a topic if you want. I never put a topic because the class is always together. Now here I'm going to add a couple different things. So you can add, again, a attachment from your actual computer. You can add this icon is for a Google Drive item. This is for a video, most often a YouTube video. And then right here, you can also add a link. Now, I already did the link before in the About section, but here, so we got 2 things. First, I'm going to add a video. And it's real simple. Here's the video over here on YouTube that I want to add. I simply am going to copy that. That's Command-C on my Mac here. And then Command-V. And it looks it up, and it will add it in. What I will then do is go to my Google Drive. Okay, now it's not in my recent thing, so right here I click on My Drive, which is going to take in my drive. I have everything I need in folders, so I'm going to go to my AP Class Materials. Okay, and then I am going to go to the time period for me. I'm going to have it over here. And then there's my Intro to Philosophy, so I click on that. It'll add it. And now it's set. Now, what's really cool is you can do one of 3 things with the document. Okay, if you have the students view it, that means just they can see the questions and answer them on their own separate documents. The next thing that you can have them do is you could actually have them edit. If you want them to work on a file with you and you want to allow them changes, you can allow them to edit it. Or if you want to give them all a specific rubric that only say they want to edit or reference, you can make a copy for each one. Okay, I typically just do the view file, and then I tell kids to copy and paste questions because they can copy and paste off of this into their own document. And now that it's all set, I'm going to assign it. And there the assignment is. Now as you see, it's 0 done, 0 not done. So now let's take a look at it now that the assignment has actually been loaded in. So what you'll do is when it's time for you to grade, what will happen is all your students will be over here, and it'll have a list of their names and the attached documents that they have decided to submit. Okay, which we can go over at a separate time. Now, their names will be listed over here. Again, I don't have any of my students' names because I'm doing this for privacy reasons. So I'll have my names over here. Okay, and then what happens is I can change the point value right here. I'll say this is worth 35 points, and I press enter, and it says, do I want to update the point value? Yes. And then I can open their documents, I can comment on their documents, and what I do is put a bunch of grades right here. And then when I'm done, I press this return button, and the assignment goes back to the kids. And so you have lots of different ways you can, again, these are regular assignments, you can pose them questions. What's really cool is like you can often use these for like activators and stuff in class that you can have students come in if you have access to Chromebooks, or again, they can even do it on their phone. They can open up Google Classroom right away. They can go right to their stream, which looks almost identical to yours, and it can just be, activator on the date, and you can have the directions, and the students can just jump in, they get to work, they type some responses up, and then those responses are immediately sent to you, so you can do this in real time. They can see each other's work. It's really, really great, and I love how you can link just about everything, videos and everything you have. So say you don't have say you have everything on like a flash drive or your hard drive on a computer, but you don't have a Google Drive. That's okay. You can just put it right in there. You can make a web quest because you could do all of these links that you wanted to add. It really gives you a lot of different opportunities here. And something else that you can do for students is or what the students can do is, say you have some type of thing where students had to search stuff out and they want to help each other out. What they can actually do is they can add a class comment, and they can be, check out this source on, Play-Doh, okay, and then they can add, like, let's just go here real quick. Say we did a little video here on Play-Doh. Okay, so here's a little video on Play-Doh. So say they thought this video was pretty cool. So, and that's something you're talking about, right? So they can copy that, and then they go right over here, and then they just put the site in, and boom, they post it, and then look, oh, see, now you've got something, and students can do it. And the thing is that anytime students add something or do something like that, you immediately get notified. And if for some reason it was inappropriate, look, you just go right here, and boom, you can delete it. And you can really control everything, and that's what you really can do. And there's so much more, and I'm going to get into some other things in future videos here, but this is really why we want to get into it. And so now I have given you kind of the crux of just how to set up an assignment or a question here or an announcement. You can set it up however you want, and then how you use it is really up to you, okay? So I hope this helped you get situated on like how or why you would want to start some things, and in the future I'll make some things up on what student sections look like, and really get to engaging students in a different way, okay? Alright, so hopefully this guy's helped, and I'll talk to you guys soon.